I'll never forget that fateful night when my friends and I decided to visit the infamous Cursed Carnival. The stories we'd heard were chilling, but our youthful curiosity got the best of us. We thought it would be an adventure. Little did we know it would become a nightmare. As we approached the carnival, an eerie fog hung heavy in the air, obscuring the colorful tents and attractions. It was as if the very atmosphere was tainted by an ancient evil. I could feel the hair on the back of my neck stand on end. We paid our admission and entered the carnival grounds. The first thing that struck us was the complete absence of other visitors. The carnival was supposed to be bustling, yet it was eerily deserted. We pressed on, unable to shake the feeling that we were being watched. We passed by the carousel, its rusted horses looking more like nightmarish creatures than whimsical rides. The laughter that once filled the air now sounded like ghostly echoes. Then, we encountered a tent with a sign that read, Madame Zara's Fortune Telling. Curiosity got the better of us, and we entered. An old woman sat inside, her eyes like coal, and her voice a whisper that seemed to crawl under our skin. She told us our fortunes, predicting darkness and despair. We left the tent shaken, but we brushed it off as part of the show. It was when we reached the House of Mirrors that things took a horrifying turn. The reflections in the mirrors weren't ours. Instead, they showed grotesque, twisted versions of ourselves, covered in wounds and blood. Panic set in, and we raced out of the tent. As we ran deeper into the carnival, we discovered a macabre sideshow. Freakish, mutilated creatures were on display. It was a grotesque scene of horror that made our stomachs churn. We realized that we needed to escape this nightmare, but escape seemed impossible. The carnival had twisted and shifted, becoming a labyrinth of horrors. We were chased by sinister clowns with maniacal laughter and wicked smiles. Their knives glistened in the dim light, and the ground was slick with blood. We ran and ran, but the carnival seemed to have no end. It was as if the cursed grounds were playing with us, feeding on our fear. I looked around, and my friends were gone, vanished into the night. Finally, I reached the heart of the carnival, a massive, sinister Ferris wheel. I knew I had to escape, but as I looked up, I saw my friends. Their lifeless bodies were impaled on the wheel's spokes, blood dripping onto the ground below. It was a gruesome, horrifying sight. In a final act of desperation, I made a run for the exit. The carnival seemed to fight against me, but with every ounce of my will, I broke free. As I stumbled out into the open, the fog lifted, and the carnival disappeared behind me. I was the sole survivor, forever haunted by the horrors of the Cursed Carnival. The nightmares still plague me, and I can't escape the memory of that gruesome night. I live with the knowledge that the Cursed Carnival is out there, waiting for its next victims, ready to plunge them into a never-ending nightmare of blood, gore, and despair.